Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you for clicking on the video. This is another episode of While I Was Out. So a few things happened in the media, in the blogs, all the mess. Few things stood out to me, and one, I'm gonna save the last. I'm gonna save the best for last because that I'm gonna be a little bit more long-winded about, and so let's just get to it. So Safari and Erica Mena may be headed for divorce. And I've always said that on this channel, like, we're not gonna bask in the demise of a marriage. We're not here for that. But I guess it's pertinent information, if you are into, pop culture, that sort of thing. They have had a back and forth on Instagram or Twitter. I saw it over there on Instagram, but I'm sure the back and forth happened on Twitter, where it always do. So Safari just says he regrets getting married. He's never getting married again. Her, counter to that is, you always going to the internets. You always going to social media with our business. But touche, nigga, touche. So I don't know what's gonna happen with them. They do this. They get in there. This isn't the first time, that he's ran to social media and told us that he threw with Erica, that he tired of her, this, that, and the third. He's even recently, come out and chastised all the girls who, get by, off of their physical attributes. And I'm thinking, it was fine when your wife did it. That's what attracted you to her, I'm sure. So it was good for the goose, ain't good for the gander? No. If that includes your wife, then, now that you have a daughter, now you just see everything so clearly. But he's not alone in that. I'm sure that's a lot of men, can't see anything that they've ever done as wrong. They can't see how they view women as wrong. Like, they don't see a problem with none of that. How they objectify women, none of that, until they have a daughter, and then it's, wait a minute, ain't nobody finna do my baby like that. Yeah, they gonna do your baby like that too, just like you did so and so's daughter. Like, Safari missed me with that. Missed me. I don't know what's gonna happen with them. I hope they can work it out. Like I said, I don't want to see any family, break up. That's not what we want to see at all. And especially, black love. Well, she ain't black, but y'all know what I mean. So there's that. I'll be ready for the next, for the other shoe to drop. I'll be ready for them to come back with some more mess dealing with Safari and Erica Mena, because that's just what they give. I don't think anybody has filed, for divorce or anything like that, but it's out there. And he's let us know once again that there's trouble in paradise, and that he and Erica are not as happy as they seem. We wish them the best, though. We wish them the best. Hopefully they can work it out. And if they don't, okay. I just hope that, for the sake of their baby, that they can co-parent healthy and, lead peaceful lives despite the fact that they divorced. Moving on. Candy and Block have been in the block. Well, Block, more so Block, because he don't feel like he owe Riley anything, and he's just throwing all of this salt out there. We didn't need to know that he and Candy had an affair. The rumors were already circulating about that, about she being his mistress, and Riley is the product of said affair, allegedly. I'm still gonna say allegedly because I don't want no mess. He's, because this is coming from his mouth, and it could be the truth, could not be the truth. Who knows? You do owe Riley what you owe her. Whatever happened between you and Candy, that's what happened between you and Candy. You can't use that as an excuse to just disregard a whole life that you helped create. Like, it's almost as if he's using that as an excuse to say, well, she's just an illegitimate child anyway. Neither here nor there to me. No, no, no. That ain't how this works. We don't just not care for children who come, who are the product or who are conceived, in those types of circumstances. They're not throwaways or they're not disregarded just because that's how they were conceived, because they ain't got nothing to do with that. Riley has nothing to do with the fact that you cheated on your wife with Candy and she was born. She don't have nothing to do with that. Pay up, Block. Pay up. And furthermore, what is this bringing that up? Like, what's that supposed to do? Or is it supposed to tarnish Candy's reputation or like how we look at her? No, because that's not gonna work. Like, Candy is a fan favorite over there on the Housewives of Atlanta, and so really nothing you say, especially that, like, if anything, now we looking at you like you're crazy because you now you want to talk about this now, and I mean, you were involved in the affair, so like, what gives? You're just as wrong in the scenario. So screaming from the rooftop, oh, we had an affair, like she was sleeping with me and I was married. She was calling my wife. Okay, so is that supposed to make you look good? Cause you had a wife and a mistress, and your mistress was calling your wife. Like, so she's the villain cause she was calling your wife, and she was having an affair with you knowing you were married. No, you were married and knew you were married and had an affair. Like, take all of that off of her and put it back on yourself, because you are to blame, for the demise of your marriage or whatever happened with your marriage. We not talking about all of that. Where is Riley's money? That's what we want to know. Where is her coin? Sis is in school and she needs it. Block is tired as hell. Tired as hell for that. Moving on. Sheree Whitfield over there from, she's a former castmate, over there on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's an original girl. She, her last season on Housewives of Atlanta, she was letting us in on her little relationship with Tyrone, who's over there at the penitentiary. And so he's out now. And like he said, he was going to marry her when he got out. And so she trying to get married to Tyrone. Tyrone out. And she trying to get married. And I'm like, sis gonna be on somebody's show. She's gonna be on Marriage Boot Camp, where the rest of the reality stars go to die. Do they put they're gonna have a celebrity edition of what is it? Love After Lockup, Marriage After Lockup, or whatever that is. She's a good candidate. Or they could bring her back to Housewives of Atlanta so we can get all in her business. As it relates to Tyrone and, why he was in jail and, how that was. Because I want to know, Sheree. Because she stuck it out. She really stuck it out. I really wasn't believing that this relationship was real and that, that was her soulmate and, like, they were going to get married. Like, for the show, okay, but this is real life, guys. This is real life. That lady she was waiting on her man. And he out, and they gonna get married. Please, somebody's camera crew need to be there when she get married, because I'm trying to see that. But we happy. I mean, Sheree done found love, if that's the case, and she's really found love, and this is a real thing and not for an opportunity to get on somebody's show. Then I'm happy for her, because everybody deserves happiness. Everybody deserves to be loved and to give love. And so kudos to you, Sheree. Get your man. I ain't even mad. Last but not least, I'm gonna let y'all listen to something. I was browsing Instagram and came across this clip of The Breakfast Club. Now, I don't know who this man is, who the guest is, but he got the audacity. Okay? He got the audacity. Listen to the clip, okay? Just listen to it.
I feel like women should give men that are faithful credit for that. Like, women will act like it's the same thing as a woman being faithful. And it's like, it's not the same thing. Like, honestly, it's not. And I just feel like
what you said is true, because, like, I haven't cheated since October 2016.
That's fire.
And I
Pause. So, nigga, are you in sobriety or now? Like, are we speaking of an addiction? I've been sober since October 2016. I hate Charlamagne.
That shit feel like being sober, like literally.
Bruh,
like I write that down, like in my mindfulness.
And I feel like, and the reason why I say this because I feel like if women gave men credit for that, then men would appreciate it and it would encourage them to not do it more. It's almost like it's just like.
That's it. Okay, so let's dive into that. Judging by the comments, there are so many men that feel that exact same way. I'm alarmed. I'm alarmed that Negroes is really out here feeling like they need attaboys for keeping their peen in their pants. Like you need recognition for being a decent human being, for doing the stuff you're supposed to. I'm not understanding. And you're not going to get any praise from me. I would never go and sit down with my husband and be like, you know what? I just thank you so much for not cheating on me. I just really appreciate you for that. What? What? He's supposed to not be doing that. That's my husband. And if you are in a committed relationship with somebody, whether it is marital or not, you shouldn't be doing it. You shouldn't be stepping out, like, unless that's something that you and that person have established. If you're in a situation and you open, that's what y'all do, then whatever. But 9 times out of 10, these cheating Negroes are not supposed to be cheating. Like, that ain't an understanding that they got with their women, or with their person. That it's not an understanding at all. And it's just you being selfish and thinking about your own selfish needs and going on and doing what you do. But you certainly don't need praise or recognition if you don't do it. That is some bullshit if I ain't ever heard none in my life. It really blew my mind because so many people were in agreement. It's like, you are not going to get no praise for doing what you're supposed to do, nigga. Why do you think that women should praise you? And if we do, then that's going to, make you not do it. You going to do it if that's what you want to do, because that's what you going to do. Y'all, I cannot. And Charlamagne, I ain't cheated since October 2016. Okay, nigga, you want a cookie for not cheating on your wife? Really? It's the same thing as there are men out there who want praise and recognition for taking care of their children. Where's my praise? I take care of my kids. I do this. I take care of my wife. I don't cheat. Okay, you're not supposed to anyway. It's not like you're doing something out of the norm or, that is not already expected of you. I'm not thanking you for doing what you're supposed to do. I'm not praising you for doing what you're supposed to do. I'm just not doing it. And I'm glad I'm teaching my son that from now. From now, you don't get no praises for doing the stuff you're supposed to do. Because you're not finna be out here expecting it from some girl later on down the road. You're not finna do it. You're not finna do it. Y'all, Charlamagne had my blood boiling. And it wasn't even his co-signing and chiming in agreement really pissed me off. But the dude that said it and really stood in it, like, yeah, give me some praise. What's the lady name on here? Angela Yee. She got a kick out of it. She got a kick out of it because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to sit up in a woman's face and say, girl, you know what? You and the rest of the women need to give us men our props when we faithful. What? Okay, so can women say that same thing? Can women do that same thing? No. No. Negroes and their audacity. A nigga gon' nigga, okay, if he don't do nothing else. My God. Anyway, guys, that was it for While I Was Out. I really want to get y'all's perspective or what y'all got to say about that little clip I just gave y'all at the end there. Because that's a good conversation starter. Hopefully it ain't gonna be no guys versus women type of situation, but I need somebody with some common sense in the comments to just let me know that I ain't crazy. that it's not just me. Because I cannot be the only one that's just completely floored by this. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.